channel. Oh, and now we've got beats. We've got the beats. We've got the beats. Hi, Katie. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. I've got quite a few cool books. I still haven't been back over to the over to I See Me bookstore yet, but I'm going this week, probably tomorrow. I'm pretty sure because I'm out of books and I need some books to read for Wednesday. And one of our teacher friends who responds on the YouTube channel, Read to Me, Ms Tracey, said, "Girl, we're doing math during the time that you're on." So I'm going to get some math books just for her. And you know what? I'll be happy to, if you've got some needs that you have for your classroom, or, you know, maybe your kids are being homeschooled or something like that. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Hi, Serena and Serenity. Hi, you guys. So if you guys are out there and you want me to read something specifically, yeah, what you do, you can go to Read to Me, Ms Tracey. Oh, great. And now I'm almost out of phone battery. Lovely, lovely. So what we'll do, I'm going to fix that in 2 seconds. If my lovely assistant in the kitchen would bring in a cord for me to plug it to. Anyway, you guys hold on a second. I'm going to get my charger. I didn't realize the phone was about to go dead. Okay. But I will do special requests. I'll even come and do an event at your house with my mask and my PPE intact. Yes, I will. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Nikita. And I will come to your house and do that for you. Like I do events like I did before all this mess. Okay, give me 2 seconds, you guys. I'll be right back. Likely story. Okay, you guys, I've got juice and no one is going to stop this story time because we've got some books to read. No, I don't want to import videos. Knock it off. Cancel. I just want to do story time. Leave me alone. There we go. Okay. All right, so I've got some great books, but we cannot start the story time without doing the story time song. And if you know it, you can do it with me, right? All right. Good. Beans. All right. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time. There it is. To say hello. So, you know, we do that, and it's like a story. It's we're telling stories with our hands. So a lot of times, hi, Keisha Boo and Keenel. Good to see you guys. And so we do that. We tell stories with our hands. So sometimes people can't hear our words that are coming out of our mouths. And sometimes we can't speak, right? We can't use our voices. So they use sign language. So this one is friend. You take one friend and take another friend, and then you greet, they give them a hug. That's the word for friends. Yeah. And you know what? Before I want to make sure that I do this. My neighbor, Braylon, she likes to watch on the YouTube channel. She and her mom and dad, they're my neighbors right down the street. And I just want to say hello, Braylon. Thank you so much for reading stories. Ms. Tracey enjoys reading stories to you all just as much as you all enjoy reading books. I love to read too. I don't get to read them as much. I do audiobooks a lot, but that's okay. It's still a good thing. You are listening to a book and you're following along in the book. That's still a great deal, right? And I love reading the books. You know, and that's speaking of another thing. And the library, and this is really good for moms and dads, caregivers, teachers. At the library where Ms. Tracey started this whole thing, there are what they call the audiobooks, and then you can get these little MP3 players where the book is already audio loaded up on it. And the kids, this is a great way for them to kind of settle down after recess. They've got some quiet time. They're listening to an audiobook and they're reading and encouraging the imagination station to be functioning. So they're picking up images from the things and the words that they're hearing. It's a great way for them to get introduced to book reading as well. Okay, enough with all of that. Are you ready for some books? Ms Tracey's ready. Okay, let's go. This one is by Keith Baker. He's the author. Hap-Pea all year. Anybody out there like peas? I've learned to like peas. It's probably my least favorite green vegetable. I'm more of a broccoli, spinach kind of girl. But with the right recipe, I could do green peas. Probably not split pea soup, but I can do it. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Hi, Aretha. Hi, Bambi. Hi, Carole. If you guys have little people watching along with you, give me their name so I can say hello to them, okay? Awesome. All righty. Okay. Ooh, January. And look, it's matching the same color as my jacket, probably because Ms Tracey's birthday is in January. Now, I'll be honest. I normally will do a June or a July birthday party because I can do a pool party. Nobody's coming to my pool party in January. It might be a blizzard on my birthday, so I really don't get a chance to do very much birthday partying for my birthday. But anyway, back to the book, Ms Tracey. Back to the book. Happy January! Let's get going. Grab your mittens. Hooray! It's snowing. Ugh, I do like to see the snow come down. It's so pretty and it gets really quiet. I love it. Happy February! Deliver Valentines. Count to 28 or leap to 29. I have a friend whose birthday is February 29. I wonder, does she age 4 years every time she has a birthday? Happy March! Wear a touch of green and look for the leprechauns on the 17. The Ides of March. I think that's what we call it. Ooh, and look, the kites are coming out because the wind is blowing really strong in March. In April, happy April. Walk through the squishy mud, splash in every puddle. Behold, a flower bud. Do you see some flower buds in the picture? Oh, I see one. It's pink, and I see a yellow one. There's a flower bud right there. See? That's April. I have a cousin named April. Hi, Cousin April. Happy May. Grease up the rusty bike. 2 flat tires. Womp, womp, womp. Who wants to take a hike? Oh, yeah, I guess you're going to have to hike if you got flat tires. Look, there's the P trying to pump up his tires. Yeah, but that's a good day, a good month to go bike riding. Do you guys have a bike out there that you like to go bike riding? I've got one too, but it's really rusty. I think I'm going to have to get a new bike. Happy June! Pack up, school's over. Clean out your messy desk and roll in summer clover. Oh, June's a good month. Yes. Look, there's almost empty. Look, everybody's cleaning out their desks, turning in their classroom books. Wow, this P is really excited about emptying out his desk, isn't he? Happy July! Chase the fireflies. Hey, I've got another book about fireflies coming up after this one. Roll out a sleeping bag and watch the sparkling skies. Hi, Howard. Welcome aboard. Hey, you know what? I've got a sleeping bag. It's all rolled up in the back of my car just in case I get to go sleeping outside. Probably not going to happen. I'd probably sleep inside the car. Keep me away from the bugs. Ugh. Anyway, and the mosquitoes. My goodness gracious. Mosquitoes. You know, it's October something and I got bit on the arm, a big old mosquito bite. I'm not happy about it. Got me scratching, looking all crazy. Anyway, happy August. Bait a fishing hook. I'm not touching. I like to go fishing, but I'm not touching the bait. I'm not doing it. I'm not squeezing little worm juice all and gets all sticky. No. I'll catch the fish, but someone else is going to have to touch it and clean it. I'll fry it, do whatever else. I'm not, taking all the gooey things out of the middle of it. Nap in cool shade and reread your favorite book. I like this page the best. Reading a book. Love it. Do you know how many vocabulary words that you learn from reading a book? Did you know how many vocabularies you read? You can learn so many good words from reading a book. Even reading these books, I learn something every time I'm reading to you guys. I learn more and more things. Why do you think this forehead is so big? It's because it's full of words and things and knowledge. You know what Ms Tracey likes to do every single day, and maybe you can do it too, besides hugging yourself every day? You know what you do? It's raining outside, you guys. Okay. When it's, which my favorite thing to do is every day I like to hear something, see something, smell something, taste something, feel something, go somewhere different every single day. That way I feel like I've learned something for the day. Yep, something different than I didn't know the day before. September. Happy September. Grab paper and a pen. Great! Your eager teacher's school begins again. Happy October. Carve a toothy smile. Ding! Rake up all the leaves and jump in every pile. Happy November. Open the sidewalk gate. Welcome all your guests and fill every empty plate. November. Yes. Do. Come on here. Turn page, turn. Turn page, turn. Dun, 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 reading. Okay. Happy December. Tie a shiny bow. Light a glowing candle. Drink some hot cocoa. Now, gather all around. Pull each other near. Together we will have another January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Happy New Year. All right. Yeah, it looks like this is winter and spring, summer, and fall. I love the colors in this book. Yeah, and the peas are happy all year. Well, I thought I'd read that one since it's kind of end of the year. And if you haven't already, Miss Aretha and Miss Bambi and Mr. Howard, if you haven't already gone to Read to Me, Ms Tracey at youtube.com, please do. Please. Now, I've got books that I'm already uploading there from the ICD bookstore, this story time that we're doing. I'm already reading there, and it's recording at the same time. So that way you can go either to the ICD bookstore and, look at some of the old shows that we've done, but also you can always go to the YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe there too. Now, I've got a couple more books that I'm going to read, and then I'm going to do a special bedtime one, I think. And I'm going to put my PJs on. I've got the onesies. Oh, I'm so excited. The warm weather's back, and I can put my onesies on. I'm super. Do you know how excited I get about onesie pajamas? It's kind of silly, but I love my onesies. I look absolutely ridiculous, but I love them. Love them, love them, love them. So maybe when you guys once you subscribe and you get the notification, you'll see that I'm doing the story time for tonight. And I'm going to dedicate that one for Braylon, my neighbor. Now, remember I just talked about the Firefly in the last book that we wrote? I've got another one for you. And this one is an Eric Carle book, The Very Lonely Firefly. All right, ready? I like this book because there's a treat at the end. Here we go. Eric Carle, The Very Lonely Firefly. As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. Wow, the darkening sky. Would you want to fly in the dark? Not Ms Tracey. I want the sun to be out when I fly. It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light searching for other fireflies. Whoop, 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 whoop. The firefly saw a light and then flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the night. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night. What's going on? Asked the lady. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight shining in the night. Quiet out there, said the man. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a lantern glowing in the night. What is it? Hey, stop fighting! The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them. But they were not other fireflies. There was a dog and and a cat. Meow, meow. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Meow, meow. And an owl, and their eyes reflecting the lights. Hoo, hoo, hoo. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlights flooding the night. Look! Wow! It's beautiful! See, there's the firefly. There's the cat, the dog, the owl, the boy and the girl, the mom and the dad. The firefly saw many lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. They were fireworks, sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night. Oh, I love to see fireworks, don't you? I love that. When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. Yeah, let me see if I can do this. Try to do something. Let's see. Let's see if you guys can see it. Look. Can you see? Yes. The fireflies are lighting up. See their little lights flashing? Can you see it good? A group of fireflies flashing their lights. Now the firefly wasn't lonely anymore. Cool beans. I love this little story. I just love it. Cool beans. And you know what? You can also install the battery back there too if you need to. That was Eric Carle's The Lonely Firefly. Wasn't lonely anymore though, was it? That's what you gotta do. You gotta read all the way to the end. Okay. So okay, here we go. Got a couple more here that I'm going to read to you. Now, these don't really have a rhyme or reason, but nevertheless, they are still good books. I got a lot of these. A few of them I got from the I See Me bookstore, but these are mostly my library books because I still love to use my library card. I sure do. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm excited to be able to bring them to you as well. And excuse me one second. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Scoot this over just a little bit more so you guys can. There we go. So since it's all the uproar about the upcoming election, I wanted to read this story about Barack Obama, son of promise and child of hope. This was written by Nikki Grimes and is illustrated by Bryan Collier. When Barack wasn't studying, he liked to jog along the Hudson River, and he couldn't help but notice the river of hurt and hate and history that separated blacks and whites. Being both, he could not take sides. Don't worry, said Hope. I will be your bridge in time, and you will be the bridge for others. Alrighty, we'll see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Now I'm getting warm. Here we go. They used to call him Barry. His family stretched from Kansas to Kenya. His mama, white as whipped cream. His daddy, black as ink. His mama's folks, Gramps and Toot, were part of the first family he ever knew. Love was the bridge that held them all together. In Hawaii, breathing in the scent of ginger blossoms, Barry grew, swimming and surfing and spearfishing next to playmates from places like Portugal, China, India, and Japan, and never once did he ask if all those people could get along, because guess what? They just did. Like the kids in my class, said David. You're right, said his mother. Oh, wait a minute. I think I skipped a page. Sorry. I knew there's something. Oh, I skipped quite a few pages. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, let's start over, okay? Pretend we didn't read that page. One day, Hope stopped for a visit. It was early evening, and a boy named David sat on a tenement floor, glued to the TV. Who's that? The boy asked his mother, pointing to the screen. His mother looked up from a frayed sofa and set her newspaper aside. That's Barack Obama, she said. Barack what? Barack Obama, she repeated with a smile. I know it's a mouthful. Anyway, he's someone very special. Why? Well, for one thing, how come those people are shouting his name? Well, because are they all still his friends? They must be his friends. What's his name again? Boy, you are about to wear me out. Sorry. David whispered. The mother patted a spot on the sofa beside her. Come, she said. If you sit still, I'll tell you his story. Now, this is where I should have started. I knew something was wrong. Okay, and this is when David says, like the kids in my class, said David. You're right, said his mother. Okay, now we're back on track. Okay. Honolulu looked like heaven, but even though the blue of the sea was sharp enough to slice the sun, and the sun warmed the sand between his toes, and nothing could fill the hole in Barry's heart, and the sand sparkled like diamonds. Once his daddy went away, his mom and Gramps and Toot told him brave and funny tales of his father's past to soothe his hurt and make him laugh. But that didn't stop Barry from feeling sad sometimes, especially when he heard the word divorce. I miss my dad too, said David. I know you do, said his mother. Barry's mom married a man named Lolo, and the wonderland he took Barry to. Indonesia, a land of pet gibbons and pet crocodiles. A pet crocodile? What? Barry laughed himself silly, sliding in the rainy season mud. He caught crickets and flew kites and enjoyed the jungle at the edge of his new home. A perfect paradise until the sight of beggars broke his heart. Barry started to wonder, will I ever be able to help people like these? Hope hummed deep inside of him. Someday, son, someday. There's a lot of poor people, huh, Mama? Yes, honey, I'm afraid so. Mama, said David, we gotta help them. Mm-hmm. Before dawn each morning, Barry rose, his mother's voice driving him from a dreamland. Time for learning English grammar and the golden rule. Be honest, be kind, be fair, and that's what she taught him. Your father is smart and strong and full of courage, and you will be just like him. How can I? Thought Barry. I don't even remember his voice. I'm smart, said David. I can spell SCHOOL. Very good, said his mother. You keep that up. Back in Hawaii, a surprise came one day. I'm here, son, he heard his father say. Barry listened to the strange song of his father's voice. Your grandmama says you're doing very well in school. It's in the blood, I think. Was this tall and skinny Harvard man the one who lived in all those stories? For a time, all Barry could do was stare. As the days passed, they would share talks and walks, and then his dad was gone again. A ghost once more. Hold tight, said Hope. This strand of memory is stronger than you know. I wish I could meet my daddy, said David. I know, son, but no matter what, you've got me. The sun and moon paraded past Polly's Peak more times than Barry's quick mind could count. Soon, he pounded across the high school gym, slamming the basketball his father had sent him once for Christmas. A few letters flew back and forth from his mother to father, from father to son. Barry was the bridge that connected them. Sadly, some days he felt as if that bridge were sinking. What's a pali? Asked David. Pali is a mountain in Hawaii, said his mother. Oh. Who am I? Asked Barry. I don't look like my mother. I don't look like my father. I only look like me. Barry was dizzy with questions. You are not your father, a friend told him. You are not your mother. You must choose your own way. Choose what? Thought Barry. Choose how? He searched for courage inside himself. Hope was waiting there. What is hope, Mama? Asked David. Hope is believing in something before you see it. Like make believe? Asked David. No, honey, said his mother. Hope is real. Barry's mind spun like a top. How could he know which way to go? Listen, said Hope, and he did. There it was, the answer repeating like a chorus in his ear. Education is the key, said Gramps. Education is the secret, said Toot. Education is the way, said Mom. Education is the path, said Father. Remember, it's in the blood. What do I have in my blood? Asked David. A kind heart and a good brain, just like Barry. Barry rolled up his sleeves and studied in the shadow of Police Peak, in the shadow of the Hollywood sign, in the shadow of Langston's Harlem. Still, he couldn't stop asking, who am I? Some called him an ugly name, too terrible to repeat. But he refused to answer to that. Instead, one morning, he slipped on the name he'd been born with, the name of his father, Barack. For the first time in his life, he wore it proudly. He like a coat of many colors. Like Joseph in the Bible, said David. You remembered, said his mother. When Barack wasn't studying, he liked to jog along the Hudson River. He couldn't help but notice the river of hurt and hate and history that separated blacks and whites. Being both, he could not take sides. Don't worry, said Hope. I will be your bridge. In time, you will be the bridge for others. David's mother sighed. Barry's aunt called him at school because his daddy died. I bet he'll cry, said David. Barack hid his sadness. Study, said the voices of his childhood. Watch. Learn. Keep your eyes open. Barack's eyes saw the hungry and the homeless, crying out like beggars in Jakarta, burning a hole in his heart. When his classes came to an end, he raced to Chicago to join hands with the church to learn new lessons, not how to be black or white, but how to be a healer, how to change things, how to make a difference in the world. Hooray, said David. His mother gave him a squeeze. The work was grueling, with stretches of failure and puny patches of success. Door to door, Barack went, early morning, late nights, pleading and preaching, coaxing strangers to march together, to make life better for everyone. He worked as hard as a farmer, planting the words, yes, we can, like seeds in spring. Impatient, Barack kept wondering if those seeds would ever sprout. He worried that the hope in him would fade away. One Sunday, when Barack was sitting in a church, Barack heard God say, slow down, look around you. Now, look to me. There is hope enough here to last a lifetime. Barack smiled, tears rolling down his cheeks. Suddenly, he knew for certain, Hope would last long enough for him to make a difference. Why did he cry, Mama? They were happy tears, son, happy tears. Before Barack chased his future, he visited his past, traveling to Kenya to find his family, his father's bones, and his own place in the circle of Africa. He sat with Oma and Zetuni, Jane and Sarah, Yusuf and Saeed. He swapped stories with Roy and Bernard, Mark and George, and all the other relatives who had prayed for such a day. Finally, Barack knelt in the soil at his father's grave, listening to the still, small voice that spoke to his heart. Go now, fly free. Become the man you were meant to be. Live in hope, keep the past in memory, but shape your own tomorrow. Tomorrow, 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 said David. What's so great about tomorrow? Well, said his mother, if we have hope today, we get to make tomorrow whatever we want it to be. Hope may be slim and beautiful, but she is no weak thing. Barack proved that when he went to Harvard Law School, convinced people to join hands in Illinois, wrote new laws to give the poor a better chance, he proved again when all of Washington, D.C. wondered what this skinny kid with the funny name could offer a nation in need. But the hope that lived in Barack burned bright. And on the night he became senator, everyone felt the flame. Is that why everybody's shouting his name? No, son. There's more to the story. One sun-drenched day, as his wife Michelle stood by, Barack smiled on a sea of faces from Wichita to Waikiki. He saw whites and blacks, rich and poor, Christians and Muslims and Jews. He saw the ghost of his parents, the Gramps of Toot, of Martin Luther King Jr. and JFK. And on that special day, Barack was the bridge that held them all together. I want to be your president, he said. Can we make America better? Can we work together as one? With a single voice, the crowd called out, yes, we can! Sí se puede! Sí se puede! Yes, we can! The little boy sat silently for a while. Then he said, Mama, I've been thinking. When I grow up, I want to be the president. Is that okay? His mother blinked back tears, crushed David to her chest, and held him there for a long, long time. Well, end of that story. That was Barack Obama, Son of Promise, Child of Hope, written by Nikki Grimes and illustrated, the pictures drawn by Bryan Collier. Got that from the library. You can check it out because I'm going to turn it back in tomorrow. Alrighty. I think this is a good place to read this story. This is called Shades of People. Now, I got this one from the I See Me bookstore. Cool beans? And this is by Shelley, Rotner, and Sheila M. Kelly. Hi, Chiara. Hi, Aaron. If you guys have any little people in the audience with me or with you, just put their names up so I can say hello to them as well, okay? Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, look at all the shades of these people. We've got some vanilla. We've got some caramel. Yeah, different eye colors. Have you noticed that people come in many different shades? Not colors exactly, but shades. Look at all the shades on those. Everyone's a different color or different shade, yeah. There's creamy, ivory, sandy, and peach. There's coffee and cocoa, copper and tan. Don't you just love getting a hug from your friend? There's pink, there's rose, and almond. Shades of gold, bronze, and brown. Some people have skin that is very dark. Oh, look at her little dimples. And others are pale, fair, or light. Our skin is just our covering, like wrapping paper. And you can't tell what someone is like from the color of their skin. Yeah, just like you can't tell what a book is about just by reading the cover of it. The skin is the cover of what's inside of our book, our bodies. Yeah. Even in the same family, there can be many, many shades. At my school, there are many different shades. It's hard to get the right shade when I paint. I see lots of shades at the playground. Yeah, lots of shades at the playground, huh? And in the park. Yeah, lots of shades. At the beach, too. Yeah. Cool. I love going to the park, to the beach, and I like the playground, too. Hi, Shantae. Good to see you. I see even more shades when I'm in the city. In the world, there's light and dark and everything in between. Look, all the shades, maybe not all of them, but there are some. Yes. Do you see a shade that looks like your shade? Cool beans. Again, that was Shades of People by Shelley Rotner and Sheila M. Kelly. Awesome sauce. There you go. Here is my Ms Tracey's YouTube channel, and I thank you very much for going on over there to read to me, Ms Tracey at youtube.com. And if you have a request that you'd like me to read something to you, to your little people or to your classroom, you can just email me at the same address. That's readtomemstracey at gmail.com. Make a request. I do make in-person visits, and I will practice, social distancing and all of that. I do that as well. And now that things are loosening up a little bit, it's a good time to be able to do that, okay? I'm going to try to get in 2 more books if I can. I may do that, this one. You know what? I'm going to do this one last because this one's a library book and it has to be returned. So we'll do this one about Aretha Franklin. Now, some of the grown-ups may know who she is, and maybe some of the little people, but we're going to get this one. I like this book because it is written by Carole Boston Weatherford, and the art, which I love in this book, is by Frank Morrison. Aretha Franklin was a very famous R&B, rhythm and blues singer. Yes, Pink Cadillac. RESPECT. Respect. Ooh, it's definitely raining out there now. Okay. BLESSED. Blessed. Cradled by the church, rocked by an ebony sea, Aretha says a little prayer each night on bended knee. Detroit, Detroit. The Franklins moved north from Memphis, Tennessee. They put down roots and rise like a mighty tree. M-U-S-I-C. Hand clapping gospel, the Franklins' pedigree. Parents, children, praise the Lord in string and stirring harmony. S-T-R-I-F-E. Clarence and Barbara Franklin can't seem to agree. Daddy wasn't faithful, so Mama chose to flee. G-I-F-T-E-D. Young, gifted, and black. Aretha hears a melody. Then she plays the tune by ear, plinking perfectly. Yes, now that is gifted. Example, E-X-A-M-P-L-E. Her preacher father fights for rights in his community. Other leaders visit to voice a common plea. Hey, that looks like Martin Luther King Jr. Talent. T-A-L-E-N-T. Young Aretha's solos soar with artistry. Her wise father senses his daughter's destiny. Debut. D-E-B-U-T. 14, recording live and nervous as can be, she cuts a gospel album, gives God, hey, the victory. Hallelujah. Amen. V-O-I-C-E. Voice. Aretha's voice resounds with color and clarity, spanning 3+ octaves. The maestros all agree. 3 octaves. Man, that is talent. Groove. Yes. G-R-O-O-V-E. Aretha finds her groove when she's rocking R&B. No woman of her time has more chart toppers than she. Can any of you out there sing? You can? You should sing when you read your books. Make it more interesting too. R-I-G-H-T. For the civil rights movement for racial equality, Aretha raises funds and gives concerts for free. Someday we will all be free. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Come someday. G-R-E-A-T. Aretha's crowned as Queen of Soul, our own royalty. She wins awards and accolades and more than 1 degree. Proud. P-R-O-U-D. When the first Black president is sworn into history, the Queen rejoices with, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty." Sweet land of liberty. clarity. Humble. Aretha tours her queendom from sea to shining sea. But in Detroit, down to earth, she's known as just Riri. RESPECT or RESVECT. Take care of TCB. Queen of Soul blessed us with a golden legacy, but she would probably call it the gift that God gave to me. That's what Ms Tracey calls her gift. The end. Yeah, and it tells you a little bit more about her story in the back with the author's note. Again, that was RESPECT, Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. And it's written by Carole Boston Weatherford, and the art was by Frank Morrison. I believe that was Wednesday that we read another book by Carole Boston Weatherford, and she did the Kamala book. Or was that? Nope, I'm sorry, that's not right. That was Nikki Grimes that did the Kamala Harris book that we read earlier this week too. So, okay, looks like we may have time for one more. This is called Starring Carmen. Since I started a little late, talked a little bit too long, we'll do this one. Starring Carmen, this is written by Anika Denise and illustrated by Lorena Alvarez Gomez. Awesome. And I got this from the ICME bookstore, so I want to go ahead and read it because we got to turn it in. Alrighty. Starring Carmen. Carmen is a one-girl sensation, kind of like Party of One, Ms Tracey. She is an actress, like Ms Tracey, singer, maybe not like Ms Tracey, and a dancer, oh yeah, certainly like Ms Tracey, and a costume designer. Well, not like Ms Tracey, but that's okay. This is her book. This is her story, not Ms Tracey's story. She does a new show every night. Kindly turn off your mobile devices, says Carmen. The sets are elaborate, and the plot has a few surprising twists. It's exhausting. Oh, so exhausting. But that's showbiz, says Carmen. A dormir, niña, says Carmen's dad. It's time for bed, niña. My little ninja child is what Dad says. Hi, Kai. Hello there. Welcome aboard. Before bed, Carmen practices her vocal exercises. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Because tomorrow's performance is a musical. Well, even in the bathtub, you got to practice where you can. Dress rehearsals start early. Can I be in your show tonight? Asks Eduardo. Sure, I'm the queen and you can be a rock. How do I be that? Asked Eduardo. Don't move, says Carmen. Do I have any lines? Asked Eduardo. Shh, says Carmen. Rocks can't talk. She wants all the spotlight, I bet. It's showtime! Carmen flickers the lights to let everyone know the performance is about to start. What do I do? Whispers Eduardo. Wear this, says Carmen. But I thought I was a rock, says Eduardo. You make a better lamp. There are 17 songs in Carmen's musical and 12 dance numbers and some karate. Wow, that's a lot by one person. Oh my goodness. When the curtain closes, Carmen takes a bow and exits stage left. Doo-doo. Later at dinner, Carmen announces an encore. You wear us out, querida, says Carmen's mom. Sí, Carmenita, we need a break from show business, says Carmen's dad. But the show must go on, says Carmen. She pretends her toys are the audience, but it's not the same without the applause. The following day, Carmen doesn't feel like rehearsing. She feels like sulking. Carmen is a very dramatic actress. Oh, the agony. Oh, no audience to worship me. Oh, I can't bear it. I cannot longer bear it. Oh. Why so grumpy, Grumperella? Asked Carmen's dad. Because I cannot be a star without an audience. Well, I know someone who thinks you're a star, says Carmen's mom. It's my first fan mail, Carmen says softly. He loves you, mija. Even when you make him wear a lampshade on his head, says Carmen's mother. Carmen wants to tell Eduardo how much she likes his drawing. Eduardo, mi hermanita, perrito, Carmen sings. Hermanito is my little brother. Hermano is brother. Hermana is sister in Spanish, but she calls him little, so it's like hermanito, hermanito. There you are. What are you doing? Says Carmen. Playing pirate ship, says Eduardo. Can I play too? Sure. I'm the captain and you can be my prisoner. How do I do that? Carmen asks. Shh, says Eduardo. Prisoners can't talk. Captivity gives Carmen time to think. You know what, says Carmen at last. I've always wanted to direct. Oh, she's got an idea. Ding! Little Lampshade Productions presents a rock opera written and directed by Carmen, starring Eduardo with his costumes by Carmen, music by Dad, milk and cookies by Mom. Ho, ho, ho! Now that sounds like a show the entire family can be a part of. There are 11 songs in Eduardo's rock opera and a puppet show and some robots. But the best part, if you ask Carmen, what do you think the best part's going to be? Is the surprise ending. I wonder what it's going to be. Well, we'll have to write our own surprise ending, I guess, huh? Cool beans. This story is called Starring Carmen. Yeah, and I like the fact that it has some Spanish words and English words in there because I think it's really good to learn words and language from more than one language. Yeah, that way you can read stories in Spanish or Japanese or, I don't know, French or Swahili. Go crazy. Learn them all. What the heck? Can't hurt, right? That way you can share stories with more friends in different languages. Okay, boys and girls. And you know what? Actually, that's a goal of mine. I want to speak more than one language. I want to visit every continent and speak one language. And I want to be able to take boys and girls with me as well. And we can travel and talk to other kids from the same age in the same group and just talk to them about what they eat, what's school like for them. I'm putting it out there in the universe, y'all, so we can make it happen. What you think about that? Ha! Now, as long as you guys are on the I See Me Bookstore Facebook Live, we also have Read to Me, Ms Tracey at youtube.com, and I'm simultaneously recording there. I want to say a special shout out to Braylon. I want to say a shout out to Serenity and Serena, Aretha, Bambi, Carole, Keisha Boo, Kinell, Jennifer, Nikita, Sharon, or Sharon Prather. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if my friend spells her name like that. It's Sharon. But if it's Sharon, hey there, girl. Katie, Laureen, Ann, Melody, Aaron, Kiara. Is it Kiara or Shiara? I'm not sure. Shante, Renee, Kai. Thank you all for tuning in. Please, thank you very much. Please go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Read to Me, Ms Tracey. I really appreciate it. I am working on my alphabet books, so keep, and it's going to be all about the alphabet, right? And then I'm going to work on the numbers. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to get that out as fast as I can, and I hope that you all will purchase it and helping your little readers learn their alphabet. Awesome sauce. Okay, so I'm also going to do a special, and hopefully you guys will put your PJs on, and I'm gonna read some books that are like bedtime books, okay? I'm looking forward to it very much so. I've enjoyed you all. Make sure everybody, grown-ups too, let's do it together right before we close out. Wrap your arms around your shoulders and squeeze. Grown-ups, you don't know when things get a little hard, and even for the little people, when things get hard and you don't have anybody that you can get a hug from, you can hug yourself. Yeah, if you can't love the one you want, you got to love the one you're with, and that's yourself. Give yourself love. That's right. When you love yourself, you can have enough to give to everyone else as well, right? But fill your own cup, right? Awesome sauce. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Alligator in a wild crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, mwah. Jellyfish. I'll see you soon. Big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. Thank you so very much, everybody. It's been a pleasure being with you once again. Thank you to ICME Bookstore, Pamela and Jeffrey Blair, and their family-owned bookstore. They are open to the public now, you guys, so you can go there. You can always go to icme.com, I believe. And for sure, thank you very much. If you have some requests, go to readtomemstracey@gmail.com. I also do events. I know the holidays are coming up, and maybe you're going to have a holiday party, or if you want me to if we're going to do a Zoom party or something like that, I'm going to do a Zoom, and I'll do a story time like that. Sure will. Show you right. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. Holla. This was so much fun. I love doing this. Bye, y'all. Take care. Okay, let's see. How do we...